Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's Mystic Minute is You Don't Have to Break Out of the Matrix, Part 2. I'm giving a talk at Ignite Seattle on Yes, this is a simulation, and we're not just avatars. And what that means is that the perspective that scientists and physicists, cosmologists, even philosophers have is that we're living in a computer simulation, and we need to figure out a way to break out of it. That we are like the avatar players in this game. It's a little bit like the fish in the fish tank going, I'm in a fish tank, I have to get out. And we're so much bigger than that. So at one level, you're experiencing life as the avatar, the player in the game, and that's where the game is pre-programmed. It feels like it's scripted, and we're compressed within time and space. And a huge shift for a lot of people is to discover that they're greater than their physical body, and so logically they go to their mind. And in the realm of thought, that's where the things like law of attraction, thoughts become things, seem so miraculous because you can focus on something enough and it can materialize into physical form. How this works is it replicates consciousness in a certain way. Consciousness creates physicality, matter, density through focus. And then we impose that focus must be concentrating really hard on it, which is also why a lot of people's efforts at law of attraction don't work, because they use a lot of effort and they use a lot of focus, and they get solidified before the dream can become a reality. It's also why a lot of times when you absolutely quit trying, the thing happens. So here's the thing with the law of attraction is you can bring something into form through repeated focus. This also happens unconsciously. If you ruminate on something, or if you worry about something, if you just think obsessively about something, you can bring it into form. It can be something you don't want, and you're bringing it into form because you're focusing on it and you're resisting it. So resistance is kind of a magnetic attraction to what you don't want. Resist something and it comes to you. So the flaw with the law of attraction is that we're viewing it through our mind, and we're creating our intentions based on what we don't have, so based on our lack. So when we're consciously creating our intentions, we're thinking, I don't have this stuff and I want this stuff. But the don't have this stuff gets put into the request, that gets put into the recipe for making it happen. So you're putting out to the universe what you want, and here's the other flaw. It's like, oh, the universe is something outside of you, so you have to send it off, the request off to the heavens, off to your guides, off to the angels, off to the universe to manufacture it. So you're powerless over all the aspects of making it happen. But you're also, in your request, every aspect of the focus is going into your request, and so is the flaws and the doubts and the worries and the concerns. And so what comes back to you might look like a really pretty package with all your doubts, worries, and concerns in there too. So it always seems like there's glitches in the things that you manifest this way. However, we really like the law of attraction because we feel like we have more control. That other way of existing, when we're just acting like we're the body personality here, we're just the avatar player, we're just so frustrated and powerless, and other people can affect our reality. And here we are taking a little bit more seniority and authority, and so my intentions, I'm setting them into motion. And actually there's a physical aspect of this, because if you think of your brain as being like the computer aspect for managing your physical vehicle, the body, it's kind of like your GPS, and your thoughts and belief systems affect how you interact with the world and affect how you navigate the choices and actions that you take. And studies have shown that you can rewire your neural pathways through positive thinking. So you can create new neural pathways by thinking differently. And that is a way of reprogramming your GPS to have a different outcome in the world. You can use vision boards as well as affirmations. Affirmations are verbal, but vision boards are visual, and all of those go into changing your thoughts that can change your interaction in the world. And this is still operating on the level of the avatar. Even if you're trying to be the programmer in the game, you're still operating like the avatar because there's all these limitations that you're trying to fix or change. But you feel like you have a little bit more control. So the part that's missing from this is the awareness that you are also greater than your mind and your thought level, and that consciousness exists outside of thought. It exists outside of time and space. And when you can start to navigate as consciousness in this world, then what comes about, what reorganizes and unfolds in your life is bigger than you can imagine, because it's happening outside of your imagination. And it is showing up in your reality. So part 3 is going to be talking about that. And if you like these videos, you can subscribe to them on YouTube. You can also sign up below to get them in your inbox. If you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. I have a weekly radio show and podcast talking about this stuff. I have a weekly blog and newsletter that I put out writing more in detail about these things. And also, I do meetups around Puget Sound in Seattle, Bellevue, Tacoma, University Place, and Vashon Island, facilitating discussions about these. And we actually do some exercises on consciousness techniques that can completely transform your reality. And I do a monthly webinar, and I have a coaching program where I work with people online through phone and Skype or Zoom all around the world, helping them navigate their lives as consciousness and creating outside-the-box results. So go to joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you in another couple days with another Mystic Minute.